still to get to. Let's go to our correspondent, our tough correspondent, Jason Knight. Jason, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Not too bad. We appreciate your time. Let's get right into it. We're talking about last night's episode. We just had Brad Katona on. And give me your thoughts not only on the episode, but Brad calling himself the devious diva of all time.
Yeah, man. Brad, he was a character the whole time. He's a little strange for sure. And definitely what you would call a diva, I guess. He was hard to deal with for a lot of people, and kind of did his own thing most of the time. So he kind of distanced himself from everybody and wasn't really much of a teammate, you know.
Talk about that, and they showed it a little bit last night where all of you guys were on the van waiting to leave. He was still in the building talking to the opposing coaches, which just so happened to be his regular coaches when he's not on Tough. How much was that a problem leading up to just last night's episode?
Man, it wasn't really a problem for the rest of us too much. It was aggravating, having to wait on him every time. But as far as, him not being a part of the team, it really didn't affect any of us. I hated it for Brad that he wasn't, part of the team, because we all became like a brotherhood, I guess you could say, everybody except for Brad. So I hate that he missed out on that part of the show, but, he did it to himself more than anything.
I'm sure nobody on Team Chandler is surprised by this, but sitting as of last night, 5-0, running through this like, butter through a hot knife through butter. How is that going on in the house, being 5-0 and, of course, them being 0-5?
Man, we just knew that, we had the competition in the bag. That we were definitely going to win all the fights. That was the game plan. We're winning everything. And, 5-0, that's a heck of a start, And everybody from our team, we're all excited, ready to, get to the next fight. And the other team, you can tell they're getting more and more nervous, more and more worried that they're not even going to get a win.
What are you guys thinking, if you can remember back to, well, first, where are we in filming? Last night, episode 5, how long have you now been in the house?
I believe it's right at 2 weeks, something like that.
All right, so when do you start, and again, and I know I keep saying it over and over, we're only talking everything that we've seen up through last night. When do you start, you personally, Jason Knight, start thinking, hey, yeah, these guys are quote-unquote teammates, which I've always said they're not because, it's a TV show. You're all going to go back to your own places after. When do you start worrying that we're 5-0, I'm going to have to fight one of the guys that I'm with that's wearing Team Red just like I am?
Honestly, for me, it was never really a worry. That was the plan from the first day. Me and Roosevelt Roberts, we kind of made a pact that we're going to make it to the end, and it's going to be me versus Ro in the final or the finale. And we were already kind of expecting that, but we treated it no different than training with our teammates. Anyways, we knew that we were eventually going to have to fight each other, but we still trained hard together. We still showed everything about ourselves. We did, whatever we could do. And if the way I look at it, you can know everything that I'm going to do, everything about me, but you still have to stop it. You got to stop those submissions. You got to stop that right hand from landing, whatever whichever one you want to say.
No, very true. So I've got to tell you this. So I'm watching the show, and Chandler starts saying, Jason, I'm going to have Jason do this. I'm going to have Jason do that. And I got excited. I thought he was talking about you. I'm like, all right, we're going to finally get to see Jason on an episode. And he wasn't. He was talking about the coach.
Yeah, Jason Strout, man. That guy's awesome. He was a heck of a coach. Him and Chandler made a perfect team. Or I say him and Chandler. Him, Chandler, Drysdale, Ryan Bader. We even got a week of time with Sean Soriano. So man, it was an awesome training camp, and we had an awesome group of coaches behind us. But I gotta say, man, honestly, I think Jason Strout was probably right there up with my favorites. It'd probably be Chandler and then Jason Strout, just because, for one, he had the same name as me, and for two, the guy was awesome. He had great energy every day and was a lot of fun to work with.
I always enjoy doing something, whether it's an interview or working out or whatever, with somebody that has the same name as me as well. That way I can't forget his name.
Yeah, that was definitely an easy part of the show. I didn't have to remember him.
Awesome. All right, Jason, as always, sir, thank you very much. Thank you for updating us on last night's episode. Have a good weekend. We'll talk to you again next week.
Yes, sir. You have a good one. I appreciate it.
Take care. That is Jason